Welcome everyone, this is the demo version, demo 1.2 of Titanic Honor and Glory. Now, I've set everything up before I started recording, so I don't have to worry about that. Please excuse my voice. I've actually had to switch to my headphones because I've got a squeaky dryer in the background, and I cannot adjust the volume on my headset line. Being a pain in the arse. Alright, let's begin, shall we? Now, hold on. Oh, there we go. Now, I do realize I am a bit behind the times with this game. But this is black and white mode. Black and white mode? It's color mode. I think we'll stick to color mode for now. Hide the boxes. Back to black and white. So, basically, this is basically a night to remember mode. Okay. Complete black and white. Bring it back to color. And this is 1997 Titanic mode. Everything color. But no, this is actually the first demo for the upcoming game Titanic Honor and Glory. Now we are in the D-deck vestibule, the boarding vestibule. If we look outside the shell doors, we can see it's stars everywhere and flat. I've never seen such a flat calm. What we'll do, we'll just go through the doors. Doors just open as on the approach. And here we are in the D-deck reception area. Now, unfortunately, I can't just kill the music. I'll do that in demo 2. I have both demos. But you can look at the detailing on the tables. Excuse my stutter. There's gold detailing on the tables. This is first class D-deck. Passengers are requested not to smoke in this room until after lunch. Back then, you could pretty much smoke wherever you wanted. Nobody gave a shit. Not one. This leads to the dining saloon, which all the lights are off. We've got a slightly better view. Yeah, all the lights are off. Yeah, you got these really flowery couches. Lots of flowery couches. Can't go up the stairs to C deck just yet. You go up the stairs, but you can't, go to C deck just yet. Not in this demo. But there's C deck. There's the purser's office. My neck just cracked badly. And there's the D-deck candelabra. Now, in the 1995 game by Cyberflix, which was Titanic Adventure Out of Time, you were really limited in where you could go on D-deck. Basically, all of this area here. Oh, speaking of which, there is the cufflink. There is Isidor Strauss's cufflink. Anybody who's played Titanic Adventure at a time will actually recognize said cufflink. So they've gone and put that in here just to show that this certain elements of the game sort of hark back to that era. All the even look at this wicked detailing on the chairs themselves. Remarkable. And the ornate grand piano, even the detailing on that too. Now, Titanic was held together by some 3 million rivets, 882.5 feet long, 92.5 feet wide. So basically, like compared, like back then, she was huge. Like she was the biggest thing afloat. Now, even if she was still around, she'd be dwarfed. She'd be a little piddly ship compared to the cruise ships that we've got today. It's remarkable. Here's a photograph of one of the guys who's actually developing this game. I'm pretty sure that's Tom Linsky. Anyway, this is one of the windows on the D deck. In the D deck reception. At night time, they're lit up by what is basically the 1912 equivalent of fluoro bulbs. Right. During the day, they're actually lit by the natural sunlight. And then it all floods in through these windows here, on top of the lights that are actually in the actual ship, the actual roof lights. Now, the curtains are closed, so you can't really go in there. And then you've got your D-deck elevator sign. Your elevators are out of order, so yeah, they're all out of order. And heading down now to E-deck. So by this point, they actually haven't really done. They've done something to be able to actually get the minute stuff done. They haven't done everything by this point. If we go here and we go up, look up, you can see the ornate glass dome on top of the grand staircase. This entire staircase, when she sank, lifted up off its foundation and basically shot up through that. It's a shame, really. Now, even though this is first class, and these are all first class staterooms, on the lower decks you can see all the pipe work. Because these cabins are the cheaper end of first class. They're still first class. It's the cheaper end of. Watertight door deck plate. Okay. Yeah, these are the E-deck elevator entrances. Once again, they are out of order. Locations in this direction include the mailroom and first class squash court. So if you want to head down to the mailroom or the squash court, you head through that door. Then you've got people. You actually get the real people that were in these. E23, Margaret Brown. Also, known as the unsinkable Molly Brown. So she was on an E. She was in an E deck cabin. Excuse me. And in this way is alternate first and second class cabins and the second class staircases is that way, so that's pointing aft. Alright, time to head down again to F deck. Yeah, so now the music's gone and replaced by fan noises. Sort of. Now it's replaced by fan noises. There are no passenger cabins on F deck. No first class passenger cabins on F deck. These are all just basically just crew. This is all just crew stuff down here, and the Turkish bar. Storage locker there, and swimming pool. Now, when the boiler rooms and that were filling up, the only room at the front of the ship that wasn't flooding, funnily enough, was the swimming pool. That's the only room that wasn't. Well, it was full of water, but it wasn't full of flooded seawater. At that point, I mean, it is now, but. Because I highly doubt there'd be any airports down there. They would have all just gone imploded. Yeah, like I was saying, this is the lowest deck of the grand staircase. There are no first class cabins on this deck, and apart from the floor of the squash court, no first class facilities below this deck. Yeah, that's the fan room in there. So no first class facilities below this deck. This is the Turkish bath. Well, it's technically called the Turkish steam room. A place where one can cool off after they've been in the swimming pool. But look at getting up close. If it comes way out of focus, okay. Don't get too close. Fucking dry, man. But look at the detailing on that. How this would have been fucking brilliant to just cruise on during back in the day. I mean, yeah, poor ship didn't last too long, but how nice would this have been, if you'd survived? All of this is down at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Mind you, this is actually just a recreation. But what a recreation. Oh, bloody hell, I'm yawning. That's not good. Exiting first class. This is Scotland Road, named for one of the streets in Titanic's home port, Liverpool. This is the corridor that connects the entire length of the ship. This is the crew corridor that connects the entire length of the ship from tip to tail, or bow to stern. if you want to get nautical. Fire hose. These are the entrances to boilers. This is boiler room 4. Scotland Road forward and third class forward. So boiler room 5 and 6 are down this way. Boiler room 5 and 6 are down this way. Now imagine being on Scotland Road as it was flooding. You'd be legging it backwards. There's boiler room 4. There's the daughter boiler room 4. Pretty short, yeah, that's boiler room 3. That's the entrance to boiler room 3, Scotland Road. And that way leads to third class aft. And coming down here, third class dining saloon on F deck. Picture of the ship. The picture of the ship as she appeared prior to the promenade retrofit. But back in the day, yeah, third class was minimal. Don't get me wrong, but they had a lot of luxuries on this ship. Running water, toilet facilities, bathrooms, you know. Back then, if you were poor, you basically had to use a communal outhouse. Not the sort of situation you want to be in. Like today, even the poorest of the poor have kitchen, clean running water, in developed countries. Most of these people come from developed countries. Nowadays, even if you're, poor, living on a pension, whatever, you've got a house, you've got clean running water, you've got your bathroom, you've got a toilet, you got all your amenities. Back then, you were lucky to even have that. On the ship, however, you get 3 meals a day, all paid for by your ticket. Bloody hell. Yeah. In there, like, in here is a boiler casing, I'm pretty sure. I'll just turn this back on. This way, the third class pantry and galley. So that's where all their meals get cooked, in there. Third class forward dining saloon. So you can lock off. They basically lock off, I think. This is the third class dining saloon on F deck. This room is where third class passengers, primarily single men or men travelling in groups, would dine. As a safety precaution, single men were segregated from families, women, children, and were quartered in the forward section of the ship. So all of the single men in third class were at the bow, whereas all the single women, were towards the stern with their families. If you were a couple, then you'd be, with your significant other. But this is basically where single men would be. This is where they would dine, etc. Heading back up. Actually, no. This is the other side. But you've got some pretty decent spots. Fucking hell. Don't mind me, it's been a long day. Head back up. There ya. Sorry about that. Now, head back to first class, which is this door here. Yes, it is. So, that's pretty much it for this demo. If you like this, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to check out Titanic Honor and Glory. It will be coming out in the next few years. But there is some demos out that you can download, like I have. They're all free, so download them. You can run them on a potato computer, just if you turn all the settings off. But for best experience, you want to get a decent computer. Thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye.